Hello and welcome to the Woman of Influence YouTube channel. I am starting a new thing. So I'd like to welcome you to the beginning of my Woman of Influence YouTube channel. And today I am actually just going to be giving you an introduction to uh, becoming the woman of influence that you were created to be. As women, we are already influencers. We impact our families, our churches, our careers, and our communities. But have you ever stopped to consider the beliefs about yourself that are forming the foundation of your influence? What presence are you bringing when you show up in the world? Are the words you speak reflections of the life that you're living? Are you living authentically, or are you trying to fake it until you make it? Sometimes the lies we believe about ourselves are visible to others before we even realize that they're there. The lies keep us stuck, playing small, believing that we're not enough. We hear the voices of doubt and the imposter syndrome saying, I am not worthy. I don't have what it takes. I'm just not enough. But we don't have to let those voices define us. We have a God who gives us worth, who calls us chosen, loved, and worthy. And yet, sometimes that truth stays in our heads, while our heart still holds on to the feelings of unworthiness. If you find yourself striving to be something, have something, or prove something just to feel worthy, maybe it's time to pause and ask yourself, what is the foundation of my identity? Our worth doesn't come from what we achieve, who approves of us, or what the world says. Our worth is given by God. Jesus calls us worthy, and we are meant to live as reflections of his glory, showing others the goodness of God. Imagine the giraffe and the turtle. The giraffe has the unique perspective, able to see far and wide, while the turtle only sees what's right in front of it. We're meant to live from a higher perspective, God's perspective. But too often we lower our view, seeing life from ground level, weighed down by others' opinions and expectations and our own self doubt. We're called to be like the giraffe, to see beyond what's right in front of us, to embrace the view God has for us. When you believe in the God given vision placed in your heart, rejection becomes a redirection, not defeat. Rejection is God's protection. It's his way of hiding your value from those who are not part of your destiny. When we redefine rejection, we can say, I wasn't rejected, I was redirected. We want to see that our journey isn't happening to us, but for us, to grow us, refine us, and to shape us into the women that we are called to be. Each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. We, as women of influence, have the power to break chains, not just for ourselves, but for others. The lies we tell ourselves keep us from fully living, from showing up, from swimming with our kids, from pursuing our dreams, from going to the party or stepping into that business that we know we are called to create. The lie may say, when I lose weight, then I'll be enough. When I have the money, then I will be worthy. But these are false beliefs, and they will always leave us empty. Let's rewrite the story. We become what we believe. So why not choose to believe the truth? The enemy wants us to doubt who we are. He wants us to feel stuck, afraid, and unworthy because he knows the power we carry as women who walk in our true identity. But we can break those chains and choose a different path. We can choose to be bold, courageous, and free. A woman of influence knows her identity. She knows whose she is, and she understands the purpose that God has given her. She doesn't shrink back or settle for playing small. She stands up, faces fear, and steps boldly into her calling. She knows that influence isn't about proving herself. It's about reflecting the goodness and glory of God. When people see her, they see faith in action, resilience, and a life that points back to God. Imagine living in a way where people look at you and say, I want her God. They see your strength, they see your peace, your love, and the authority that you carry as a daughter of the King. They see that you're not afraid to be yourself. to take the risks, to love deeply, to serve, and to build something meaningful. They see you pursuing your dreams and living with purpose, unafraid of rejection or failure. Rejection doesn't have to define you. It's just a stepping stone on your journey. By changing the meaning of rejection, you can claim your power. When rejection comes, ask yourself, what am I saying to myself right now? Am I believing the lie that I'm not enough? Or am I choosing to believe that God is working for my good? You don't have to be afraid of rejection. Choose to be fearless. Choose to see rejection as a victory because you had the courage to go for it. This mindset creates momentum, and each step you take strengthens your resilience. What would you do if you had absolutely no fear of rejection? Imagine the impact that you would make, the dreams you chase, the lives you've touched. Let rejection refine you, but don't let it define you. Your identity is the story you tell yourself about who you are. So, what lies are you believing? And are you ready to break free? God's called us as kingdom women to live boldly, to show up, and to know who we are in Him. We are victors, not victims. And our journeys happen for us, shaping us for a purpose. Every setback, every rejection, every challenge, these are opportunities to reflect, redefine, and step closer to the woman that God has called you to be. Today is the day to take action. Today is the day to take the action that you've been afraid to take. Today is the day to rewrite the meaning of rejection, to choose resilience over fear, and to live as a woman of influence. Because influence isn't about having it all figured out. It's about stepping into the vision that God has given you, stepping into the vision that God has given you, embracing your purpose, and living a life that reflects His love and His glory. Are you ready to be a giraffe? To see life from God's perspective? Are you ready to stand up and overcome and boldly be who God says you are? Are you ready to live as a woman of influence, knowing that your life, your story, and your faith inspire others to seek the same God that you serve? The world is watching, and the kingdom needs you. Be bold, be courageous, be free. This isn't just a message, it's a call to action. I'm launching this Woman of Influence YouTube channel to empower kingdom women like you to step into the influence, purpose, and freedom that you were created for. Here we will explore what it means to build a business and a life that glorifies God, overcoming these limiting beliefs that no longer serve you and make a lasting impact. I'd love for you to join me on this journey. And for the next 30 days, I'll be sharing a video each day, diving into topics that will help you to grow your influence, align your work with God's purpose, and live a life of boldness and resilience. Subscribe and come back daily for encouragement, practical strategies, and insights to help you become the woman of influence you were created to be. Let's rise and make a difference together. Are you ready?